I'll get my Twitter handle, by the way, Vexyvampire, if you want to follow me. If you ever see Vexyvampire, chances are that's me because I use the same handle everywhere. So, hi guys.
Hi guys, my name is Tifa Ko. You can call me Tifa. And I'm a Crunchyroll brand manager. I just started pretty recently in March. I love Japanese fashion. So, who watched Hunter x Hunter? Who's watched the end of the Chimera Ant arc? Did you guys cry? Because I was in the office bawling. Like, oh. Okay. And my Twitter and Instagram is Tifa Ko. You guys want to follow me?
That's like the best and worst thing about watching anime in the office. Like, you're just like, can't cry. Like,
yeah,
you know, you can't do anything, people are gonna look at you weird.
Yeah.
So, just a little bit of pressure. I'm pretty sure you guys all know who doesn't know what Crunchyroll is. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure you guys all are because you kind of know. But,
I don't know.
Okay.
You're like, what's Crunchyroll?
Oh, well, awesome. Well, we're here to tell you, well, our art channel tomorrow, but we have a little review of what Crunchyroll is. For those of you guys who don't know, we are an anime, drama, and manga streaming website. Basically, I sort of say it's like Netflix, but for anime. We don't just have anime, of course, there's some Asian dramas, and we recently started doing manga simulpubs as well. In addition, we also have an awesome e-commerce store. So if you guys see your favorite anime, want to buy it on DVD, or see a figure you like, we have a great collection, and it's just growing every single day.
We also have daily deals like every day, so it's like a new deal on a different like figure or like some t-shirts or something. So go check out like the daily deals; they're really great.
They're terrible. Every time I see one, my inbox is just fire. It's like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, you save a lot of money.
Like, you know, I can tell you the daily deals, like, sometimes we put them for so cheap that we barely break even on the actual price. Because we want to give you guys a great deal. So definitely check out daily deals. And if you are a premium member, you actually save another percentage on top of the already daily deal. So it's like a great thing to do. Because if you got an eye on something,
You see those figures that you've been eyeing, and your pre-order's almost over.
buy it on daily deal.
You don't have the SAO Blu-rays.
We also have sale on our site. Just launch it there.
Netflix.
Yeah, I know Netflix. That's totally cool.
And Netflix are partners with us, so.
Yeah, we love them.
So for a little introduction to the actual company itself, our headquarters are actually located in San Francisco, so yes, we did fly all the way to California. Main HQ is in San Francisco. That's actually right there. That is
Cool.
We're above a CVS.
It's really, really useful when you're ready to buy something. Our offices are in here, so you see like we got a lot of cutouts. Look, sometimes if you when you walk by, you'll see like random things in the windows, and we always look like passersby will just walk by. But yeah, that's a shot right there. And I'm going to take you on a little mini tour of the office and stuff. So when you go up, our main floor is on the second floor. When you go all the way up, you'll see the sign. That's how you know how you have arrived at Crunchyroll. And all of our office names, like all of our meeting rooms, are actually named after Evangelion. So this is Sele. This is our main boardroom, as we call it. It's huge.
We have Asuka, Mari,
Ray,
Ava 1.
yeah, like so we have like little mini booths. They only see like it's like a desk, a chair, and that's about it. And they call it That's downstairs. Yeah,
For
yeah. So we have like
anime names
we're basically
buildings.
in that building, and we have the basement floor. Ground floor is off through CVS. Second floor is our main floor, and then third floor as well. And the roof is a cool patio up top. You know, we try to make it more anime-like, more homey, so we have a lot of awesome sign posters that we get framed that all hang around the office like so, because, you know, we are an anime company, right? So this is sort of like inside view of what Sele looks like. And so we have posters hanging all along.
Right.
Board meetings takes place in there. Here's a little bit of insight into what our work area actually looks like. This is a bit outdated. We've since added even more desks, and it's probably even messier, but
Yeah.
right here.
The rails on the floor.
Yeah. This is sort of like the game/testing area. So obviously we have a lot of devices. You know, we're available on PS3, Xbox. We need a place to test all that, and that's sort of the area. So we have all kinds of
That's
benefits
cool.
there. Up there in the corner, that's the main second floor. That's where Tika and I work. We work sort of towards the back of the room.
Towards the window.
Yeah, the window, because we need light. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's sort of.
And so like every Friday, not every Friday, every month we have at least like one like Mario Kart like game night. Yeah.
Oh my god, I wish
There's
I
like
could
3
work
floors
there.
of like TVs and like all these testing consoles and things. So it's really fun. We order tons of pizza. And we have like beer on tap.
That is one perk you work for us. We do have happy
Beer
hour.
on tap.
Yes. And whenever it runs out, we send out like a Google Doc. It's like everyone votes for your favorite beer, and that votes for it. Speaking of beer, to start the
Nice.
First joined, I was like, this is snack heaven.
Oh my god, yes.
Every drink imaginable. We have like hockey, we have hot Cheetos, everything. It's great.
Yeah, what you can't see is like there's like two like rooms. There's like a fridge on this side and sink, and it's a lot less messy.
The lifestyle of otaku is a job.
Yeah, you can see our liquid collection on the wall. My kegerator. So here's the really awesome little patio I was talking about. So this
Wow,
is
that's super nice.
Out, we have a little rooftop. It says to become like an extra meeting room just because we're so short on meeting rooms at Crunchyroll. People meet up there on the roof. But it's a really nice place to just go out and work, although Wi-Fi's pretty bad up there. But a lot of people like to just work there, soak up the gray San Francisco sun. And it's like the over street view is really out onto Market Street, so we're really close to Market Street.
We have 7-Eleven.
It's Dexter.
7 out of
It's
10.
super useful.
And then this is us having lunch.
Oh, bentos.
I made like a bento for everybody, so sometimes we'll have meetings and like eat and chill and talk about important anime business. You know, the regular.
How do you guys remember this bento contest?
Did you guys see it?
No one?
Wow.
Who watches One Week Friends?
You didn't know about the contest?
Oh.
So sometimes I'll run contests on the Crunchyroll site, and so this one was for a bento contest. So I actually made a bento for everybody, and then posted it on Crunchyroll. So like, oh, whoever makes like a bento will be like entered into this contest.
I'll show you.
Oh, I remember. I heard of it.
Whoa! Like seriously, I spent like 4 hours on
Look
this.
at that! Look at that!
Oh my god, food porn. Oh, Relic Kuma Bear.
You can have it too. You work at Crunchyroll.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What I'm cosplaying, more or less. Food porn.
I was like super impressed, and it was very tasty too.
It's gonna make me hungry. I haven't eaten anything for supper.
In addition to being in San Francisco, of course, obviously we have an office in Tokyo. So this is the
Awesome.
view outside of our office in Tokyo. We're right in Harajuku, right next to Takeshita Dorm.
Nice.
All the street fashion, the clothes are. And this is sort of the inside of our office. Some of our pants staff there.
5 staff there.
Yeah, it's like really small. So, over here in like the HQ in San Francisco, we have about like close to like 120 at this point, but we only have like 500.
Wow.
And it's really interesting. Like I myself just visited the Tokyo office this past March, and it's really interesting. And you see that it looks like a living room apartment, and that's because it is actually an apartment. So,
And it's chock full of anime goods.
yeah, it's
So
really cute.
many.
It's like super homey in there, but apparently it's fairly common in the area where our office is to just sort of rent out apartments, and a lot of artists and small companies apparently also do this, where they'll just rent out an apartment and use it as an office. So that's sort of what our Tokyo office is like.
And a lot of really famous people go through there. Like the voice actors for Naruto or the producer of Free will have like meetings with them every
Cool.
once in a while.
Yeah, so we pretty much like all the way. So that's sort of like an overview of our offices. But aside from that, obviously we do have operations in France, Mexico, Brazil, London. Our whole team, like just translators and just the people who help us out with our social media pages. We're pretty much worldwide. So hopefully we'll have another international office soon. But we'll see. For now, those are our only 2 places that we have offices. So, what do we actually do at Crunchyroll? That's a very good question. Sometimes we play with kitties.
Aww.
Our office is pet friendly.
It's super pet friendly. We have like 4 dogs. Yeah, it is around. We love foils. Like I think
Foils.
everyone
I want
in the
one.
office loves. Who likes foil? Who's watched foil? Isn't it? It's cute, right? Like it's adorable.
It's awesome.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Everybody has a foil.
Foil.
Our office, like, we're obsessed with
So
foil.
cute.
It's like the cutest thing ever.
Good enough to sleep on.
Like, big giant foils. Like, I'm pretty sure 90% of the orders come from and they brought like this giant box and put like Christmas, basically. It was sort of like this, yo. This is
Oh.
all one guy's order. Like, he is
Wow.
the biggest foil fan in the office, no lie. Yeah. And,
Foil.
like Tiffany mentioned, our office is super tight.
Dougie.
And she's basically the office boss. She belongs to actually the VP of engineering, but you know she's everyone's dog. She's like the Crunchyroll dog. She's super nice. Everybody loves her, and she's really well trained.
Literally, she's always laying on the floor like that. Like,
Yeah, her name is Azuki, which is
Azuki.
She's like, it's really funny. Like if her owner is like in a meeting, she'll just kind of like say Azuki, and then she'll get Yeah, it's so good. But no, really, so I can only really speak for the brand management side, obviously. We do have all the departments like engineering, design, but obviously the brand managers. Yeah, so this is sort of what we do on a daily basis, and obviously this is everything and anything what we do, but it sort of outlines the majority of what we do, and that's a lot of it's communicating with content partners. So, as you guys know, we license a lot of works from Japan, and a lot of that involves emailing back and forth, whether it's discussing when to launch a show, what territories we get it from, materials, things like that.
whether it be in English or Japanese.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of back and forth between content partners alone just to discuss getting the show. And then once we actually, the rights to it, it's materials delivered. Magical anime fairies doesn't just make the anime magically appear on like Crunchyroll. There's a lot of work involved. Tifa can definitely speak to the whole materials and everything.
I used to wake up at like 3 in the morning to catch one publisher and then give the scripts, the Japanese scripts, to the translating team so they can make their delivery on time.
Yeah, so I mean, before I joined Crunchyroll, I didn't really know what was going on. I assumed that,
Oh my god.
somehow the scripts got yeah, somebody translates it and somehow I just get some on Crunchyroll, but the way it works is like it's a whole team. It's getting the video delivered on time. It's us getting scripts from Japan, and then making sure translators get it on time. And sometimes there's delays or people forget, and then it's our job to make sure that they get to the right people, whether it's asking Japan for scripts or making sure they're set to be translated.
And it's not just 1 or 2 shows, and obviously it's like 40 shows a week, and we deal with French and a lot of other languages as well, so German, French, Portuguese, Spanish, and so we have to times that by 40 times like however many languages, so it's actually a lot of work.
Yeah.
Wow.
And obviously aside from that, we work with content partners to promote the shows. So like Tifa is one with Friends Fendo contest. Not only do we want to make the shows on the site available for you guys to watch, but it's a really big deal for content publishers and for us to make sure that their shows are being marketed outside of Japan, and also just making sure that you guys know about the shows, because a lot of times we have a lot of titles and it's like hard to kind of find the ones that aren't super popular. So it's our job to make sure that even the lesser known shows get visibility, and just to let the content partners know that hey, there are people outside Japan who really enjoy the content. I think really a lot of them are, even to this day, a lot of Japanese publishers are really pleasantly surprised at just how big a fan base they have outside of Japan. Whenever we do contests or have screenings, and they're just really overwhelmed by the reception they get. So really, all of you guys, the more you comment and watch, those all go back to the publishers. And aside from that, like I mentioned, just create campaigns to market the shows this year. So aside from just doing show-specific contests, we also do like overall professional campaigns, whether we're doing stuff on the holidays or doing like week-long. Like we had a sports matsuri a while back, so that was much of a sports-themed contest, also around 1 week. So that's sort of like all like within the scope of what we do. Like we come up with ideas and then like make sure we get the necessary rights from Japan to use the assets. And sometimes we also ask them for really good Japanese prices.
Yeah, and how many of you guys know our mascot, Crunchyroll came in? Yeah? So we're actually starting to use her more, and we're gonna do like more promotions with her as well.
Cool.
And so there's gonna be like hopefully like t-shirts and like what's other stuff that we can't tell you about. Stay tuned. Yeah, we're working on it, you know.
Is there going to be a plushie?
Maybe. Yeah, who would be interested?
I mean, we're sort of like just trying to like,
Yeah, what do you guys want?
Size.
What size do you want?
I'm willing to pay.
I know, for real, actually.
Big pillow sleeve.
Body pillow.
Okay, moving on.
Obviously, we also do things like plan and travel to conventions, like you guys.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of people always say like, "Wow, you're so lucky, you can travel a lot." And you know,
Let us tell you.
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love going to conventions, but I'm just like, man, I'll tell you what I see whenever I go to the city. I see the airport, I see the ride to the airport, I see the hotel, I see the inside of the convention center, and that's it.
And then a million fans. And then after that, we had to do our desk work at home. Or in the
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like we're not off the job quite yet. Like after this panel, I'm gonna go back and like get scripts.
Yeah, me too.
But you know,
On the way home.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
What's the best place?
yeah, somebody needs to tell me where I can get the
Yeah, where can we get it?
So
Everywhere.
Where? Where is that?
That's what someone else told me too. It's like 25 different kinds of food, right?
Just the frites alors.
Which is the best?
There's so many good poutine places.
Yeah,
One
so
with
it's
the
kind of
basil
all
sauce in it.
I used to joke that brand managers do whatever engineering you can do, and sometimes it is a bit of a catch-all. Yeah.
I know at frites alors there's gonna be any good poutine with steak and peppers and
Oceans is really part of it. And of course, for the rest of it, it's just a fun table just to let you guys know sort of the good and the bad of the job. For this is for like me just personally, but the good is you get to change anime history. Like, I think this was for me the most powerful sort of moment. Like, for example, when we get a show sometimes, you know, it's going to be in Japanese, and they'll ask us, well, what's like the best thing you think should be in English, and we sort of go back and forth on it. So like Free Iwatobi Swim Club, like that would actually, it's known in like English as Free Iwatobi Swim Club, but in Japan it's only known as Free with exclamation point. And I actually sort of appended that. So it's like because it was sort of like a thing with our website, but we couldn't have it just as free. So I was like, I gotta come up with names that I could think. So I was like, we should just like do Free Iwatobi Swim Club as like the whole title instead of having Iwatobi Swim Club as like the subtitle. And
She chose the name.
I chose it, and they were like, "Yeah, let's just go with that." And you know, they basically go on to like ANN and see them listed as Free Iwatobi Swim Club. It's just like, wow, I made that. Now everybody knows it as Free Iwatobi Swim Club. You know, that for me personally is one of like the coolest things ever. Obviously, you know, you get to work with other people who love anime. It's great. You get to geek out to your coworkers. Like,
Seriously, every time at lunch we're just talking about like who's the best girl, who's this, who's that, like what's the best like
That's fun.
show this season, right?
yeah, or like
who's your favorite One Piece character?
pretty much. Like, it comes out like literally. Like, there's moments where I'm like watching something. Like, I like jump up, rip my hands, like, oh my god, this week's episode was like amazing. And like
Every time like Sailor Moon comes out, you can hear screaming.
Oh my god.
Are there any people in your office that actually are anti-selling crystal and still want to be selling classics as the best?
this is tough. You know, I would say like
They're hating.
yeah. I mean, like I don't know about the office.
No, we're gonna get
I don't know about the office per se. I do know that the fan base itself is really divided. Like, really, the thing with crystals I've seen this season from my end is it's really a love or hate it thing. You know, you either really, really like the remake or you like classic. Personally,
I like
I'm
both.
still giving it a chance. Like, I think it's an interesting retake, and I would love to see it like done truer to the manga. But I still love the classic, so I think I sort of see it as two separate shows. Personally. Like, I don't really think one is
I
better.
think it's like its own thing, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I do wish it would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will email them later.
Yeah. Watching free is a part of your job, or my job. like no lie, the
Watch
best,
all the animes.
yeah, it is true that to be a brand manager, you do have to keep on top of the shows because you know how else you're gonna promote it if you don't know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So I think one of the best part is getting to watch the shows. And also just doing the promotions. It's easy to get excited because you know as a fan, I know what I like and therefore what other people probably like, and I think in promotions that's fun. It's fun for me too.
One of the best things about promoting or like doing contests is like I get to buy all the prizes, and so I buy like the craziest prizes. Like for the Cardcaptor Sakura contest that I just put up, I bought like 3 of those staffs and like a bunch of other goods. So whoever wins that contest is gonna get like a really
So
great,
cute.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. Just sort of like as a fan, you don't have to like really not think too hard, but like it's so much easier to give it your 110% when you really actively involved.
Yeah.
Of course, there's always like a bit of like that. I mean, I'm not saying like Crunchyroll's a bad job, but there's always like you know good and not so good. This job is literally like emails all the time. So many emails. All the time, all day, every day. From Japan,
50.
from USA. If I can get my inbox down to like 30, I consider that like that's like I hit my goal for the day to get my inbox down to 30.
Before I started like deleting my emails, I had literally like 10,000 unread emails in 3 months.
Oh my
Not all
god.
of it is like some of it's automated, but also a lot of it is just like the amount that our job deals with like communication. And no, it really is about communicating between us, the partners, like the fans, the translator team, you know, other people with interdepartmental communication, you know. So this becomes your best friend all day, every day. Yeah. Also, you work on both U.S. and Japan time, so. Oh, yes. Question? Yes.
I'm sorry, this has been considered, but how does the economics of it work? Because like your streaming shows are free, right? So like you can't like review content, or is it like you're gonna promote it to them? What is it?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I can't
So
quite
is
hear
your
you.
question, how do we pay the content providers? Or how do we share our revenue? Sure.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, you know, we do pay to license this content, but you know, every view that you guys watch, like that ad revenue gets split with the content provider, and we also split like subscription fees like with the content. So just by watching on our website, like that part of that money is going back to the content provider.
Yeah, we can't give you a percentage, but it's a very big percent actually. We share with them very equally. And it's not just from ad revenue. If you watch a specific show, you're giving your dollars towards that show. So if you love a show so much, you know, like keep watching it because your money is going towards their studio and their publisher.
Oh, that's
It's
good.
not like the views across the everywhere. It actually does go by show.
It's very
The best way to like really show support for a show is to watch that show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yes, that's the same thing with manga publishers as well. It works the same way.
Can we take questions afterwards?
Yeah,
Yeah.
little questions. Just want to go through this. So yeah, I mean, working at US and Japan time, one of the first things I learned when I first started working at Crunchyroll was if you can reply to an email in the evening, it'll save you 18 hours the next day. And you know, so even if I'm like sometimes, you know, it's like I'm about to leave, I see an email come in, you know, I always try to respond to it because when it's evening in San Francisco, it's actually the beginning of the workday in Japan. So if you can catch them right as you leave work and they start work, you can actually get an answer by the time you come back to work next morning because they will have responded. Whereas if you actually wait until the next morning you go to work, it's like 11 p.m. in Japan, and they will not see it until the next day, which is by the evening of your day. And then they have to ask whatever question, like to me, and that takes another day. And then they'll respond evening of your time, which by then is like the morning of like the third day, whereas if you had just basically replied to that email like the evening of your first day, they could have gotten back to you by the next morning.
Or if you email them back at 2 in the morning, you'll get an email back in 30 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you're awake.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know how you do it. I'm just like, I'm more of a,
Sometimes I'm just like, I need it now. Tell me.
yeah. So it's like, you know, I've really learned to deal with like sort of the time difference, and it's really crucial during whenever we have a new season coming up. That's when it's like crazy, you know. So you just gotta be up like waiting till like midnight waiting for like the confirmation.
In our team, actually, we have normal people who sleep during the night, but we have not so normal people who work throughout the night. And they get into the office at 3 and they stay up until like 5 in the morning. And I have no idea how he does it. There's one guy.
How they're even like alive.
Yeah. Oh god.
Zombies.
It's like, I mean, it's crazy, you know what I mean? It's kind of like good because it goes into
Yeah.
stuff, but then it's like, I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. If he goes down, the cycle goes down. That's it. Like, we're done for.
There's one guy who does everything.
Yeah.
Guys.
Be very thankful for him. So obviously, it means, you know, anime doesn't
Yeah.
stop for nobody, including vacation time. So
You get
I've
used to
definitely
it,
taken
yeah.
vacations where I've taken a conference call out of each, you know, on my cell phone,
Yeah.
under a towel because the wind was so strong. It's crazy, but you know, it's, I don't want to say fun, but it's kind of like interesting. What other job are you going to have to be like? It's sort of like, I guess, nice to know people are always depending on you, and like I really want to make sure that the shows get out so you guys can watch it, you know. So it's really crucial. It does kind of suck though that Japan doesn't observe Christmas. So basically, I haven't had a Christmas vacation since I enjoyed Crunchyroll. That's okay. It's okay. And so maybe this year. So the thing is, like, Japan doesn't observe Christmas. We'll just like keep watching things like throughout Christmas, and then the second it hits New Year's on Japan.